everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm just trying to stay in good spirits, and it's been a really long, crazy week, and I've had this video sitting on my deck now or in my video deck for like all week, and I wanted to actually get this out Monday because I have a lot more to get out to you. I have been busy at work and trying to move up professionally and things like that, so it just requires a little extra time. And so thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. And yeah, let's go ahead and just get into the nail stuff. So Rosalind did send me some more of their polygel. I was really excited when they gave me this opportunity because you can see in my Amazon haul that I purchased 3 other nude colors. So I decided to select the nude that I did not buy for Amazon Prime Day, and which is this Naked Orange is the name of it. Naked Orange. I've never even heard of that before, but it's very interesting. It honestly reminds me more of like a peach lemonade color, and I was really surprised by everything that actually came in this box. I thought it was just going to be the polygel, but it did come with this really nice brush, and the brush is purple, so I thought that was really cool. And this is just one that you can pull out, and then you put the cap on the other end, and then it turns into a full-size brush. So I thought that was really cool, and I am keeping this because it is actually really nice, and the bristles are like really firm. Of course, you want to make sure that you get all the packing powder out and you clean it, which I will do here in a moment when I'm done showing you the rest of the items. I did try the dual forms that came with this kit. Oh yes, and I also love that it's a square shape. That also made it a lot easier to use, so you'll probably see me using the brush in future videos. But I did try to use the dual form, and I just wasn't really feeling it. So I did not use dual forms in today's video, but let's go ahead and get into the swatch of this color. I apologize if I sound like I'm all over the place, and it's because I feel like I'm all over the place. And also, honestly, at this point, I've kind of forgot what I've included in the video and what I haven't. So, but yeah, here I am actually cleaning out my brush, and so I got most of that glue out of it, and now I'm just using 70% isopropyl alcohol. Actually, I think I might actually be using Rosalind slip solution, which is kind of oily, which is why it has like if it looks like it's glistening a little bit different, that would be why. Excuse me, they sent me that as PR a while ago with their soft pink polygel, and it works really well, and it caused the polygel to yellow. So you don't have to have slip solution. You can use 70% or 91% alcohol. I wouldn't go anything above or below those two, but yes. So here is the color, and I will say the color is very interesting, and like I mentioned, it does kind of actually remind me more of like a peach lemonade. So in the video, this looks a lot darker than what it is in real life. It is a little bit lighter, and it's also more of a transparent nude, but nonetheless, it is still really pretty, and I do still do a set with this color. So just to kind of showcase what it looks like a little more, I technically could stop the video now, but I won't, after I do the swatch. But here I'm just showing you how soft it is. Like, I'm barely pressing, and it's moving around very easily. And at the same time, it is not extremely sticky. The fact that it is softer and easier to move around is actually one of my favorite characteristics of Rosalind Polygel. So I really enjoy this polygel a lot. I don't know how to explain it. I do speed it up a little bit here, but then towards the end, I'm going to show you how towards the end of swatching, how I kind of level out my polygel and just make sure that everything is even. People say that you can't get polygel flat, but you can. Your polygel does not always have to be bumpy, but it's all in how you move your brush and the pressure that you use to spread your polygel around. Once you pretty much have it patted into place, you really don't have to press that hard. You just have to gently glide your brush over your polygel to be able to smooth it out, and it just ends up looking really nice. Before I cure it, I am going to take a lint-free wipe and alcohol, and I'm going to wipe my swatch stick off so that way anything that went underneath the swatch stick as I was swatching the back of it doesn't cure to the swatch stick on the front. So when I am done swatching the front of my, or the back of my swatch stick, I paint the back matte. Unless it's a transparent polygel, then I'll paint the back shiny so it's not sticky. But in today's video, I'm also going to show you, so these are my absolute favorite nail forms. I love how sturdy they are. And they're also thin. So even though they're thin, like I mentioned, they're still really sturdy and they hold up very well. And they're also very comfortable to wear. They have that curved smile line, which fits nicely under your nail. It doesn't feel like it's going to cut into your skin, you know, things like that. All the comfortable things. And I also like that I can pinch the end of those little butterfly tails and then make adjustments. It's easier to adjust the form when it has a little bit of structure to it already when you pinch the ends. So, and then after I have everything straight and figured out, then that's when I go and pinch underneath. The more you pinch, the more curved your nail tip is going to be. In this case, I'm just doing shorties, so it didn't have to be extremely curved, but I didn't want it so flared out that it's almost like a short duck nail, basically. So I did curve it in the way that I like. You just pinch as far as you want in order to get that dramatic C curve or just a little bit of C curve. So yeah, and then I just go in, put a drop of polygel on, and then I get to it. So I did switch to my favorite polygel brush. It is linked down below. I want to keep this linked in every video now because it is an amazing brush. Like, I love these brushes for polygel. This is me working in real time, and you can see how fast I'm moving. And I already have my whole entire nail covered, and it just took a few pats. And it's like, it's really easy because of the shape of the brush to get around your cuticle. That is another great thing about this polygel, is I don't have trouble with it like running into my cuticle after you have it in place, even though it is a softer polygel. So I already know that I'm going to have to do 2 layers of polygel. And because as you can see, when I turned my nail like from a side profile, it was very, very flat. Even if it looks like you're putting a lot of polygel on your nail, whether you use the spatula or just drop it on your nail directly out of the bottle like I do, or like I did. It just depends on what I'm doing, whether or not I use the spatula or not. But it looks like a lot initially, but then once you start patting it out, of course, it doesn't always stay that way. So I did want to build a little bit of an apex though, because I didn't want them to be flat. So I'm just going to let you watch from here. I believe I also show taking off the nail form. So I cure it for 60 seconds. And this particular polygel does cure all the way through because it is transparent. Like when you're working with a clear or a light pink or things like that, they might cure. But if you are using a pigmented polygel or something that is more opaque where you can't see through it, you are going to have to take off your form and probably cure underneath your nails after you even it back out, because it does not cure all the way. And it doesn't matter what color it is. It doesn't matter if it's a white pink, a dark or white, dark pink, red, orange, any color. If it's a solid color, they just do not cure underneath, and that's with any brand as well. So you do not have to, though, like I mentioned with this particular polygel, cure underneath because it did cure all the way through. So again, before I put on the second layer, I did take the nail form off, and the reason why is because I really wanted to see the difference. Like, I really wanted to be able to capture or see, what do you want to say? I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know what you want to say, but I forgot what I was going to say. Sometimes when you leave the form on, it is really hard to capture that apex. It looks like, oh yeah, my apex is awesome and everything like that. But since the forms are pretty long, I always think I have such a great apex, and that's not always the case unless I'm doing nails the entire length of the form. Then it's really easy to see. But when you're doing shorties like this, it is a little bit harder. So here's what everything is looking like after I have fully cured it. Again, I did both layers, cured them both for 60 seconds just to make sure it was nice and good and ready. And I also wiped them off with a lint-free wipe and alcohol to remove the tacky layer. I did not show that part, but you want to do that before you start using your file, because recently I forgot to do that and I did clog up an e-file actually. So like one of my drill bits got completely clogged up and I was so sad. I had to stop, rinse it off, soak it, and then yeah, like definitely had to make sure I cleaned it off. But I guess I said I was going to let the video play out and I didn't. So I apologize for that. But I'm really just going fast through all of this because I actually bought some nail foil and I bought a specific color of gel polish to use. But I thought that this color was kind of like giving a tropical vibe, like a tropical orange, or like I mentioned, like a peach lemonade vibe. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with a tropical theme on this. So that's where you'll see me with this nail foil glue. I cure it for 10 minutes. I cure it for 2 minutes in my light, and then I let it cool off, and then this foil transferred very nicely. And I actually really like this foil. It's just so beautiful, but I feel like I could use it in a better way, so I might still use it on a different set. But I figured I better get to using this nail stuff that I have purchased over the last few years because it is a lot. And I just love doing nails, you guys. Like, I'm obsessed with nails. It is just 100% my passion. So yeah, just, I don't know how to explain it, but needless to say, I did not need this much foil. So I did waste a little bit of foil, but don't come for me. But yeah, after a while, I eventually get all the nails finished, and then I add, it's not Rosalind brand, so I did not show the brand in this video, but I add like some little gold lines and some dots and things like that here and there on the nail, and then I top coat it. I don't have any finishing touches videos or anything like that, or like some snapshots, because I did this the night before my daughter's birthday party, and then I got up and started cleaning, and then all my nails popped off, and I did not feel like putting them back on for pictures. But this is what they look like with just the foil. Super cute. And so with that being said, I just want to thank you all for being the best part of my the best part of my channel. Thank you again so much for being here, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I promise you I'm awesome, and I'm usually not this crazy and all over the place, but it has been a very long week of training, and yeah, like my mind is like, I'm out, lady. So with that being said, thank you again for being the best part of my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video.